having a great week. Enjoy the concert tonight. My name is John Field. I'm our Director of Product Management at Silverpop, at an IBM company. And for those of you, I see a number of familiar faces that have been to previous Amplifies, but a number of new faces as well. Welcome. We're really excited to talk with you. For the next hour, we've got Sunshine Levin, who is on our product team at Silverpop. We have James Brownlee from our partners, EMX Engage. They're going to talk you through how you can make the most out of your data, how you can make the most out of the behaviors that you're observing, that people are interacting with. It's going to be a wonderful session. If you have any questions following up with the session, of course we're going to be up here at the end to answer them. There's also what we're calling the expert bar that's in the solution center. So the expert bar is where Silverpop Product Management is largely hanging out. We can explain why we develop the features that we develop. We can talk a little bit about what are some of the things that are coming down the road. And then there's also the Meet the Experts area, which is over outside of the solutions area, where what you want is a hands-on demo. The Meet the Experts is the place to be able to go and see that for the current product today. So any questions you have afterwards, feel free to catch us at the expert bar, and we'd love to answer them. With that, thank you very much for your time, and I'll hand it off to Sunshine and Eunice.
Thank you, John. We really appreciate everyone coming down to join our session today. We're really excited to teach you a little bit more about behavioral marketing and why it's so important that we use it.
Thank you. Okay. Can everyone hear me? I'm kind of low tone, so in the back, can you hear me? Okay, sweet. Thank you. So, as John said, my name is Sunshine, and I'm a senior product analyst with Silverpop and IBM company. I've been with the company for 6.5 years, and now I've been with IBM for a year. It's been a great experience so far. Looking forward to what happens next. But essentially what I do with my everyday role is I sit with the folks that develop Engage. And my job is to be the voice of the customer, that's you guys, to make sure that when we're adding new functionality to Engage or enhancing existing functionality, that we do that with your jobs and what you're doing in the tool in mind. So that's enough about me. Eunice, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Eunice Brownlee, and I'm the Director of Education Marketing Services with DMX Engage. I've been with DMX for about 3 years now, and I was brought in to be a project manager with our higher ed consulting company, who is also our parent company, which is now Ruffalo and Levitz. And I lead a team that manages 36 different higher education institutions, and I was also part of the team that found Silverpop for our marketing automation solution, and I live in Silverpop Engage every single day, so we're a match made in heaven here. But we are so glad that you came today. This is now going to be the audience participation session. I know that you guys all just got back from lunch. You're still worried about those emails that you haven't quite gotten finished, but let's go ahead and have everyone stand up, get a good stretch, and we're going to play a game. The rules are really simple. I'm going to say a few statements, and if they ring true to you, please remain standing. All right. First of all, you came to IBM Amplify in sunny San Diego. Good. No one sat down. I'm glad. You downloaded the IBM Connect app on your phone. You came here from out of state. You met a few new fellow marketers and went out last night. Now I know who got in last night, or this morning. You woke up feeling like a toad this morning. All right. I should know this one. This is our guy. You've already posted your photo with Amplifrog and posted it to Instagram or Twitter with hashtag IBM Amplify and Amplifrog. Good job. If you haven't done that, we are giving away an Apple Watch. So you probably noticed that the room is covered with Amplifrogs, as well as the rest of the conference. So, all right, with that, Sunshine.
Okay, so as you guys just helped Eunice demonstrate, listening and observing the behaviors that people take is really a good thing. Over the last 24 hours, you guys have all followed a completely different path and a completely different journey. You've interacted with all kinds of different people. You've done all kinds of very specific things. But we were able to whittle down to one person and listen and hear that what this guy is doing. Sorry, we didn't get your name, but it was me. If you had to check. So we were able to find Dave where he was in his natural environment based on knowing some general things that might be happening at this event, and we were able to identify him. So what we're going to spend for the rest of our time together is we're going to explore that a little bit. We're going to take a kind of 30,000-foot perspective on behaviors. Then we're going to look at how queries handle behaviors within Engage. I'm going to do kind of a query 101. And then we're going to go through 3 really, really cool case studies where Eunice is going to talk about kind of some really, really good stories around some of these case studies. And she tells a good story. So that's going to be great. After each of her stories, though, I'm going to dig in and kind of break them down into some oversimplified situations so that you can see how you could break that down and actually do it in Engage. And the goal for what we're trying to do is to inspire you with some things that you can do within Engage, and then to give you some tidbits that you can go home and either explore or maybe implement immediately, depending on how heavy or not heavy it is for you. So,
I would be willing to hedge my bets that every single one of you is using email opens, clicks, landing page hits, and web form submits for behavioral marketing. However, I would be also willing to hedge my bets that most of you are stopping there and missing a huge opportunity to leverage the information. I think that the keynote this morning was the perfect segue to this session because he talked so much about how data-driven behavioral marketing is. And there are just so many other data points that you can collect and respond to and really pack a punch in your marketing. So instead of just looking at email opens, let's start looking at some other information. When did they open it? What time of day or day of the week are they opening it? Are they opening it on mobile or on their desktop? How much time are they spending viewing these emails? Are they just glancing at it real quickly and then deleting? Or are they actually spending some time with it, opening it, reading it a few times, forwarding it along? Same thing goes with landing page behavior. There's more than just web form submits and hits that can be calculated. You can actually use web tracking behavior to follow a contact as they're walking through your website and see what they're doing and respond to those behaviors. Are they navigating in a certain order? Are they hitting a pricing page before they've looked at any of the rest of the content? That tells you a lot about what your prospects are doing. And then within apps, apps are probably one of my most favorite things because there's so much data in there. You can really set up a mobile app to collect so many different pieces of information that you can go ahead and respond to and deliver a truly customized experience. And I'll talk about that a little bit more. University of Dallas, we've been working with them for their application generation campaign for a couple of years, and they were finding that they had the 21%, they were down at 21% in applications, but they needed to make their class. For those of you that are not familiar with the higher ed space, that's where the money is, obviously, but admissions is a really high turnover, so this person that's running this is very highly motivated to make that class if they want to keep their job next year. So we get a lot of that. So what we did was we talked to them, and we're finding that we needed to meet the students where they are. 71% of students spend their time on their mobile devices. 45% of parents also are engaging with mobile devices. So what we ended up doing with our developers was we built a fully mobile application that is fully responsive, and it allows a student to start and finish their college application within 15 minutes on their phone. I would have really liked to have that in college. I don't know about the rest of you. I had to use the typewriter. I know I don't have trouble, but so what we did was we took all the data and we used, just like Sunshine talked about, the negative. We used the has not. They have not completed an application. They started one, they haven't finished. And we put out SMS messages through Engage, and we also sent out messages, additional emails reminding them through programs, automated programs, to remind them to go back to their application and finish what they started. And then we realized, you know what? We're missing out on two key influencers here, parents and guidance counselors. Who's going to be the one that ultimately helps a student decide where they're going to go to college? These two parties. So we figured out, well, why don't we collect that data too? And we'll use those behaviors to talk to these other parties. So using dynamic content, we are able to send an email to parents and guidance counselors, to the parents letting them know that their student has started the application process and here are the next steps for them to go ahead and finish it. And to the guidance counselor, the student can go ahead and request that we send a transcript request on their behalf. And Silverpop will send out the email and it looks like it's coming from the student. And when the guidance counselor replies to it, it goes back directly to the student. Also that they don't have to do any extra steps because we know how much teenagers like to take the path of least resistance. So that went so well that even though applications for that year were down 19% at the end of the day, their enrollment in that year was up 24%. So if that doesn't show you the power of being able to respond to behavioral marketing, I really don't know what does. So Sunshine's going to go ahead and dig a little bit deeper and show you how we did this.
All right, awesome. So I love you and the first time or if they have never done it today, behavior. And then you'll see here too, even though the UI is a little bit different, you still have the same kind of grouping here with the different behaviors that you have as options, which I won't go into them in too much detail, but I wanted to kind of give you a peek at what was available in one of the sections. And what I do want to point out is there's some areas in here where you can do either, you can specify a particular piece of behavior. So in this example, you've got downloaded a file. You can do that, or you can say any file in some of the behaviors and scoring. So that's kind of a neat capability that you don't see across the product that I wanted to highlight. So next, let's take a look at lead alerts. So as Eunice and I were working on developing this presentation, she mentioned several times to me that this is really an underutilized feature within Engage. So it's another thing that might be worth taking a look at and see if it works for what we're doing. So for lead alerts, you've got four choices. You can set the lead alerts against two different behaviors or score and rank. And once we do that, again, you have to fill out all of the information to make it go and do your scoring model. But once we do that, you can either have the notifications alert go to an email address that's specified in your database, or if you know that you want it to go to a particular person, you can manually enter that in. And for anyone that has a CRM integration, I know that, for example, Salesforce has the capability, if you're integrated with Salesforce.com, you have the capability to post that lead alert to your chatter feed. So there's some cool stuff if you have an integration. And that is really what we wanted to impart to you guys.
And I am really grateful to see that this room is packed. I hope that you got enough information today that filled your brain and got you thinking, but I hope that nobody walks away thinking, well, that was cool, it isn't for us. I think that it's definitely something that everybody needs to be doing, and I invite you to unlock your power with your behavioral marketing and just get started. Thank you for coming. Were there any questions?
For the behavioral marketing, are you able to, for the dynamic content, are you able to report on the different segments? You can see the
You can. It's not in the reporting module, but it's in part of the web track data and the raw recipient data that you get, so you can definitely pull it. I don't know if you have the Excel plugin. It was probably the greatest discovery of the year for me. It was the best day of my life. But you can drill down a lot of things and see who got what and how they interacted with it.
So using Excel plugin, not specifically in Silverpop.
Not specifically in Silverpop. We do have a client where they wanted to give away something for everyone that downloaded a certain PDF, but they had 50 different versions of that same PDF. So it was kind of hairy, but we got it. It was all in the data. It's always in the data. Blue shirt.
The dynamic content, is there a limit to the amount of versions you can make?
There's not a limit to the amount of versions that I've been able to find. My current record is 64 out of 4 pieces of content. So it's just however many different combinations you can make. The whiteboard again helps.
Can you do dynamic content based on something other than the web behaviors? That any of those things?
You can do a combination of data
Absolutely.
and behavioral. Yes.
Dynamic content also. So I actually beat your record. So many people said. But curious if there's any future initiatives where it can actually pull in the data directly from the website. Because I have content that's constantly changing, and I have thousands of data points. And so having to build a manual rule set every time having to release the content on the website to match it is very tedious. Wondering if there's any way of doing it automatically.
I don't have the answer for you, but I'm pretty sure that I have some friends that would love to hear your thoughts on that. So if you could either catch up with me after this is done or come to the expert bar out in the middle, we would love to talk about that. Any other questions?
Yeah. While you're at yes, you have content library.
Yes.
Based on the rules that
Yeah, that's a great idea.
How long does an implementation usually take for the web behavior tracking?
Well, after we put everything together, building it probably took us a few days worth of hours of just doing it. The heavy lifting is really in the planning, and so if you plan it well, that's going to take a little bit longer. But the first time that we built the scoring model, we put that together in a couple months. Because we had a 60-day window for first refresh of the website, and we had that up